Into this week's Transformers review, where I'm doing another one outside at the sheets. You know, it's just to kill time. But this week we are looking at Dinobot, the Predicon turned Maximal. But he did start out as a Predicon, so that qualifies him for this month. But before we get to Predicon, we'll do our shout out to the week. First is at Back to the Media at 48 South Loudon Street. We get all your video game needs, so go ahead and check them out. They got all kinds of consoles from the Atari all the way up to current systems. And you can go directly across the street to Time Travelers Toys and Collectibles after that. And get all your Transformers, G.I. Joe, He-Man, Thundercats, all Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, everything in between. So definitely go ahead and check them out. Unfortunately, I got Dinobot from Hasbro Pulse, I do believe. But I'm glad I got him. But this is a cool version. I've always liked the Dinobot character, but more on that later on. But let's get to our comic book fascination. Well, and if you need any comic books, go to 80 Weems Lane to 4 Color Fantasies to check out all the comics they got from DC to Marvel to all points in between. So definitely check out 4 Color Fantasies. And while you're in the neighborhood, and you're looking for good Jamaican food, go to Piccadilly Street, right across the street from the library here in Winchester, and check out Tropical Islands. And see Lloyd and his wonderful staff. You get all kinds of good food and all kinds of good stuff. And good conversation with Lloyd and his crew, so go ahead and check them out. And while you're in the neighborhood and you need a bank to go to, may I suggest Bank of Clark or United Bank. And check out what they got, and you definitely check them out. And they're good banks. And this channel does support mental health awareness. So you can go and check out Robert C. Brown at Healing Grace Counseling Services on 133 West Pascoua Street, Suite number 10. So definitely go ahead and check them out. And while you're in the neighborhood and Rob doesn't have what you're looking for, you can go to Northwestern Community Services, check out what they have, and go see their thing, go do their thing, and definitely check them out. And if you need insurance, may I suggest State Farm, and check out any kind of insurance you can get from them, whether it be renter's insurance, homeowner's insurance, and so on and so forth. And while you're in the neighborhood, so definitely check them out. And that's about it. So I'll be right back. Hang on one second, we'll get into our review. Yeah, so this is Dinobot. You know, I like how he's got this whole Jurassic Park look to him with this figure. You know, but you could tell he's not a Jurassic Park figure due to his visible leg and feet syndrome. So that right there tells he's not a Jurassic Park dinosaur, but they got him so this whole Kingdom line has got these guys looking so realistic in their beast modes. I think it's just totally awesome. You know, as you can tell, he does have arm movements, hand movements due to transformation. His jaw is retractable. He does have leg movement, mainly because these are his arms in robot mode, but you see that later on. Unfortunately, he has no tail movements, but that's mainly because that's his weapon. But I like how the Predicons always, and some of the Maximals got their weapons are attached to their anatomy in their beast mode. But let's go ahead and take a look at Dinobot in his robot mode. So here's Dinobot in his robot mode. But let's take a look at his weapon. First, he's got his railing device that goes in the one hand. And the sword, you could actually use it as a sword by itself, or just put it in there for the railing point. But it's really cool. So, and here's Dinobot in robot mode. You know, he's got good wiggly waggly movement. His head's on a ball joint. His arm could lift to about here. Got full range of around 360 going all the way around. He can bend at the elbow, straighten at the elbow. He does have finger and hand movements on both hands. His legs are also on ball joints. He could split. He can lift his leg forward. He can kick back. You know, and whatnot. So let's go ahead and look at him, take a look at him with his weapons in his hand. So here he is with his frailing weapon in his hand. You know, it's always this is a good figure. Like I said, I've always liked the character. The first ever Predicon that was had a sense of honor, and then wound up becoming a Maximal because of his sense of honor. But right there in the first episode of Beast Wars. But he's still in the Kingdom line. In the Kingdom series, he was still Predicon through that. Became a Maximal toward the end of that. But so that's what qualifies him for me as a Predicon. So it fits in this month. But this has been Predicon's Dinobot, or Maximal's Dinobot, whatever you want to look at. It's your call, it's your figure. You do what you want. But I hope you all enjoyed this figure, and this is a top tier figure for me, at least in my opinion. So definitely this is a must-have to add to your collection. So this is it, and that's for Cobra Island. Now you know, and knowing is half the battle. See you in the next one. Peace. And until all are one, see you in the next one.